us set out on their Saturday morning ride, but only 7 made it back to the finish point alive.
Spooky.
My Life is Murder, Wednesday.
Tonight, Swimming Australia accused of covering up a positive drug test. The same week, Mac Horton took his stand.
Aussie actor Tom Long reveals the results of his experimental cancer treatment.
I thought there's a big chance I won't come back, to home, to Australia.
We meet the detective sharing secrets of the unsolved murders of rappers Biggie and Tupac.
And the first official Fortnite World Cup is on, with gamers playing for millions in prize money. This is the Sunday Project.
Welcome to the Sunday Project. Tonight it is great to be joined by Chris Barth, but also Susie Youssef. And Waleed McGregor.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Did you guys just arrange this yourself?
No, that just happens now.
That plays whenever I'm on TV.
I didn't get any music.
There you go.
Excellent. Music. Funky and groovy, that's me. Canada's Air Force has joined the hunt for 2 teenagers wanted for triple murder. A Hercules aircraft is being used to comb through vast wilderness in northern Manitoba in the search for fugitives Cam McLeod and Briar Schmigelski. Police say the hunt has entered dangerous terrain, home to wolves, black bears and even polar bears.
And actress Miriam Margolyes, famous for her role as Professor Sprout in Harry Potter, has had a spot of bother. It turns out her cottage in Dover on the English coast was being used as a staging post for a gang of drug smugglers. The holiday home had been rented out to a group who were using helicopters to fly illegal substances into the UK.
Voldemort. I'm blaming Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort's clearly in charge.
Do you think they were revealed by a golden snitch?
Well done.
I think that's why they call it the White Cliffs of Dover.
Hey.
Okay, snitch was better. Fair enough. To Brisbane now, where City Councillor Ryan Murphy has come up with a creative way to deal with graffiti at his local park.
G'day guys, it's Ryan Murphy here, Councillor for Chandler Ward, and I'm down here at Melrose Close Park in Carindale. Last night we had some very unfortunate graffiti painted on the local park here. Some really disgusting, nasty stuff, but it's okay. Down here, and I've made it safe. So let's have a look at what we've done.
So don't stress, Ryan's going to take care of it. Goes in there, straight on the job.
Okay, so up here we had a little swastika. We just turned it into a flower. Over here, a bit of a pejorative against the Queensland Police, so we just made that into, the boys. And over here, a bit of an F word. Well, they forgot their manners, didn't they?
But this next one is the piece de resistance.
We've got our speed worm. So this was something took a long time to draw this one on the slide, but it's all come to naught because all kids are going to see is a beautiful, fast-running, wheel-powered speed worm.
Yep, that's what it is, just a big old speed worm.
The king of the worms.
To the biggest story of the day, and Australian swimmer Shayna Jack has tonight revealed the drug she tested positive for was Ligandrol, a substance which helps grow muscle mass. She maintains she didn't knowingly take it, but in the same week another Australian swimmer took a stand on doping. It seems we've been chucking rocks from inside of a big old glass house.
After a week of Aussies taking aim at suspected pool drug cheats,
Mac Horton looks straight ahead.
Overnight, we learned the truth about our own relay swimmer, Shayna Jack.
An Australian athlete returning an adverse result is bitterly disappointing. There is no place in sport for any performance-enhancing drugs.
It's terrible timing for her team, her sport, and anyone who's joined the week's moral crusade against performance-enhancing drugs.
Can I be really clear? What has happened is embarrassing.
Do you regret the podium protest at the moment?
And joining us now for her thoughts is 3-time Australian Olympic swimmer Lisa Curry. Lisa, just how bad is this for Swimming Australia and our reputation?
Chris, I don't think it could get any worse. Our credibility is now
shot to pieces. If you can imagine what the rest of the world is now thinking about our Australian swimmers, it just couldn't get any worse. It's a complete mess.
On her social media, Shayna says, I did not take this substance knowingly, but these days, is ignorance or carelessness an excuse, or is there more to it than that?
Well, if it's not knowingly taking something, then it's unknowingly taking something. And whether the coach, the doctor, the trainer, a nutritionist is involved, we will never know. But ignorance is not an excuse. Every single athlete today knows what can and can't be taken. There is an extensive list, and it's their responsibility to make sure that what they put in their mouth or on their skin or up their nose or wherever it goes is not going to be tested positive. Now, unfortunately for Shayna, it doesn't matter what she took, whether it was minor or something really severe, it still comes across as a positive test. And unfortunately, it's not how we really feel about it, because I've met Shayna, she's a lovely young girl. Unfortunately, it's how the rest of the world sees this. And the term drug cheat is going to stick no matter what. So it doesn't matter what you take. And for all those young athletes out there that are trying to make an Olympic team, they have to be aware of every single thing they put in their body. That's just the responsibility that they have these days.
Lisa, it's interesting in this story that we saw Shayna put this on her Instagram page, but we didn't hear from the boss of Swimming Australia or even the head coach of the team for hours after that. In fact, we only heard from the boss of Swimming Australia at 11 o'clock this morning. Do you think our swimmers were hung out to dry?
Well, if there was an announcement by somebody, I can't work out for the life of me why it has taken so long to come out, and particularly a B sample. A B sample can be done the same day or the next day. So, you know, for the Australian swim team to not know, although when somebody all of a sudden doesn't appear on the Australian team, there's always a reason why.
The thing is, though, Swimming Australia had plenty of time to get its ducks in a row on this. Shayna's positive test was on June 26.
Yeah, Swimming Australia probably have a lot to answer for. We can't sweep these things under the rug, and I've been very vocal about this for at least 30 years, that Australian Swimming, FINA, the IOC, the AOC, all of these high-power people are really not doing their job very well. And if they continue to sweep things under the carpet, keep things secret, to cover up, of course there are going to be people that are going to get away with taking, I don't even want to say drugs, but taking performance-enhancing substances in years to come. You can't have people taking performance-enhancing drugs and getting away with it. The deterrent is not enough. You can't get a 3-month ban. You can't get a 12-month ban, a slap on the wrist. The deterrent must be a period of time that takes you out of competition basically forever. The minimum deterrent, I think, should be 10 years. That takes any athlete out of any Olympic Games up to a life ban, depending on the substance that they've been taking. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is a really sad, disturbing story, and it's embarrassing for Australia. I feel bad. I didn't think we could get any worse after the cricket fiasco, but you know, it's very, very sad, and I can tell you it's an athlete's worst nightmare to have that test come back positive.
And Lisa, how do you think Mac Horton feels about all this now?
Well, I hope Mac Horton comes out and still stands strong on what he believes, and I think if he does, he will continue to get a lot of credibility, not only from people around the world, but also the Chinese community, who have absolutely slammed him on social media. I think if he sticks to his guns and says cheating is not okay, then I think they'll back off him a little bit and give him some credit for that. Was Mac Horton left out to dry? Was he thrown under the bus? I don't know, but I really hope, for everybody's sake, that, and particularly for Mac, that Mac sticks to his stand. It doesn't matter who, what country, what sport, if he is that precise about clean sport, that he should stick to his guns, and it should apply to anybody at any time.
Lisa, thanks for your insights tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
It's interesting, though, Swimming Australia is now going to review its policies when it comes to disclosure, but probably way too little too late.
But they probably don't have the freedom to, right? Because I think their argument is that there's all these confidentiality provisions that they're governed by, and there's a whole process that takes place. So it may not be up to them.
Well, it's in line with what ASADA want, and the argument has always been that due process has to take place for the athlete. But as we found out tonight, due process had already taken place.
Yeah, yeah.
The B sample had been tested.
There's a lot more on that issue to get stuck into, including the question of double standards when it's us as opposed to when it's someone from another country. So we'll have another discussion about that later in the show. Stick with us for that and also for the rest of it. We'll see you soon. Coming up, the $43 million bounty for the world's top gamers at the Fortnite World Cup and the AFL umpires who said yes on the field. You're watching The Sunday Project.
Hey, baby, I think sometimes our guests are too hot to handle.
Abby thinks you're hot, she told me. Sam?
Marty thinks you're hot.
Mick is back to heat things up with Ed, Amanda, Kitty and Sam on New Have You Been Paying Attention? Monday.
For my theme song, my leather black jeans on, my by any means on.
Toyota Camry, defy expectation. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
We've made a few small changes to our burgers to make them hotter, juicier and tastier than they've ever been. Some things, however, never change.
Spirited travellers choose sea over sky. They pack full bags, bold plans, and beloved companions. From open road to open sea, they stretch their legs, soaking up views and fresh air, leaving nothing unseen or untasted. Pack more into your journey. Come aboard Spirit of Tasmania. Be a spirited traveller.
Oh, boy, you've hit the post there, Silk. Yep. Not like you.
Clanger on the road? If your car is undrivable, Amy Comprehensive Car Insurance will cover the transport cost to your next destination.
Lucky you're with Amy.
When your throat is swollen or painful, standard lozenges may not be enough. New Strepsils Extra. Its advanced formula goes beyond our standard lozenges and numbs pain fast.
Get Strepsils Extra at Chemist Warehouse now.
Buying a bed can be overwhelming. With so much choice, how do you know if you found the right one? Bed Match at 40 Winks takes the confusion out of buying a bed. Our exclusive system scientifically calculates your unique support needs using leading-edge technology. Our sleep specialists can then recommend the best sleep solution for you from our range of leading brand mattresses. Bed Match, only at 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
If you love the taste of Macca's, then you'll love the new irresistible classic chicken range. Made with 100% Aussie chicken breast. It's so good, it's hard to share.
Up to 50% off sale on now at Super Cheap Auto. 50% off a single sheepskin front seat cover. 50% off Tool Pro Edge tool cabinets and 12 cans of export degreaser, $16.
Let's do this.
We're doing it. 7:30 Wednesday. The Bachelor on Win.
Welcome to Sunday Project.
Hey, to the US, where Denver police have a different approach to fighting crime and violence.
These recruits for the Denver County Sheriff's Department are learning how to use yoga for when they face violence or maybe even a life and death situation.
Yeah, it's like, put your hands up, and now down, and now back to the breath. It's amazing.
Downward dog's going to save you every time. It was a match of a very different kind at the MCG this weekend when umpire Dylan T dropped to one knee and proposed to long-term girlfriend and fellow umpire Eleni Gluftzis, transforming the G into a field of love.
Well, it's poetry.
Can you please welcome the happy couple? I love that you're smiling from ear to ear. Dylan, let's start with you. You just finished umpiring the game. Did you have the ring on you the whole time?
Not exactly, but a fair portion of it.
Not exactly. What does
went
that
into the
mean?
rooms and as long as I could have it without making it all sweaty and disgusting. I didn't want to give her a stinky ring. It had to be nice and clean and shiny, so I didn't want to make it disgusting.
Well, first of all, congrats on couple goals dressing. Perfect. Absolutely loving the matchy-matchy throughout there, guys. Eleni, were you hoping for a slightly more private proposal?
Oh, look, you know, it was a special day for us. First time we'd ever umpired AFL together, and a special day made even more special. Did I think it was going to be that public in the end? No, but what a wonderful way to celebrate.
Dylan, the potential for rejection with a public proposal just... I mean, do you give a plan B if she said no?
Well, as her dad said during the week when I rang him for his blessing, he said it's as much of a slam dunk as any, so I was pretty confident, but there was always that little thought in my mind, and I actually hoped that the G would be empty, but when we walked out there and saw that all the corporate boxes were full, I did start to cack my ducks a little bit, so...
Well, guys, congratulations. It's wonderful to see you so happy. Thanks for sharing it with the rest of us. Dylan and Eleni, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much for having us.
I love Grand.
Oh, I can't even watch compilations where the proposals go right. It's just so much risk.
Why?
Because...
They said it worked out well.
This has been stressing him out all day. Just let him have his moment.
But what's the problem?
If I ever go to ask someone to marry me, I'm gonna get my friend to do it.
Sure.
Can you do it? Can you ask Susie?
I will.
What?
Okay, Susie.
Oh, wow.
Is this really happening?
This is unscripted.
Luke would like me to ask you... I forgot this is too complicated.
Okay, we have to take a break now. We'll be back soon.
Monday on Headline News, doctors versus politicians. Who should decide the fate of sick asylum seekers? Preparations for the first ashes since the ball tampering scandal. And why the trade war will impact you. Headline News, weekday mornings from 6 Eastern on WIN.
If you love the taste of Macca's, then you'll love the new irresistible classic chicken range. Made with 100% Aussie chicken breast, it's so good, it's hard to share.
New Nature's Own Omega Active relieves inflammation and mild joint pain. And you only need 2 a day for joint benefits. Be joint smart with Omega Active.
Hey Jeremy, is it true you can see the Great Barrier Reef from space?
Yeah, how amazing is that?
Queensland, where life's beautiful one day and perfect the next.
Sleep Now Wholesale, where you pay for the mattress, not the brand. No discounts, no gimmicks, just the real price. Premium mattresses without the high price tag. Compare our prices, not their discount. All sizes in stock, ready to go. Sleep Now, Albany Street, Fishwick.
Some pain is stronger than others. Neuromol combines the power of Nurofen with paracetamol for strong pain relief in just 1 tablet. Try Neuromol.
This winter at McCafe, snuggle up with a smooth, delicious barista-made latte or hot chocolate. Try yours in the new cookies and cream flavour, available for a limited time. McCafe, we're coffee people.
Stay.
Iron Jack.
Water first. Iron Jack, thirst crushing refreshment.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm Eleanor.
Sorry, I'm infatuated by your accent. Do you speak any other languages?
Je suis ravie de te rencontrer.
Petit peu de la crème, s'il vous plaît.
De
la crème.
À crème.
Oui.
Oui.
Matt's looking for someone who speaks the language of love.
It might be a good idea if I teach you something in Persian.
Please.
Boman.
Boma.
Ezavoj.
Ezavoj.
Mikoni.
Mikoni. So I'm looking forward to hearing what I've actually uttered on national television.
He asked me to marry him.
I've just spent the past 2 years living in China, 所以我想给你这个东西。
谢谢.
I can't believe he can speak some Chinese. I'm thrilled.
They're not afraid to speak the language of love. If that's the sign of things to come, I'm going to have a really hard decisions ahead.
The Bachelor, coming soon to Win.
The game continues 7:30 tomorrow.
It's one of the most popular video games ever, and this weekend the world's best Fortnite players have come together for the first official World Cup event. They're not just playing for glory, there are millions of dollars on the line.
Great news, kids. Next time Mum or Dad tells you to switch off the screen and go outside, you can now throw this in their face.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results are in.
The Fortnite World Cup has seen elite gamers converge on New York to compete for $43 million in prize money. To date, it's the biggest ever esports prize pool.
Oh my God! The 150 makes the difference!
If you're not one of the 250 million people already playing Fortnite, the game is what's known as a battle royale shooter. You can play alone or as a team, and the goal is to be the last left standing.
You already had that wall! Oh my gosh, and Tux goes down.
The stadium event is sold out and hundreds of thousands are watching the action online. To be here today, these gamers, mostly teenage boys, beat thousands of entrants.
Hey, look, you spent years in your bedroom playing video games. How much money have you made?
I've actually lost money.
Sweet Jesus.
If they can land first place in the solo or duo divisions, they'll take home more than $4 million, just a fraction of the $144 million in prizes that Fortnite publisher Epic Games will hand out through 2019. Even that's small change when you consider Epic reportedly made more than $4 billion last year alone.
Gentlemen, the trophy is yours. Your Fortnite World Champions!
And much like a top athlete, these gamers don't just get paid when they win. They've got sponsorships, clothing lines. You can even hire them to kick off your New Year's celebrations.
I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. Oh my God.
But there are concerns the hype, the money, and the very nature of the game is fueling something sinister. It's been less than a year since the World Health Organization recognised gaming disorder as a disease.
Particularly, this is an issue for parents, for families, when the behavior is becoming dominating the whole life of a person.
So is the rise of the pro gamer a problem or something for young players to aspire to?
It's interesting because programming's been around for a long time. Like StarCraft, Street Fighter, League of Legends, people have been able to be programmers for a long time. I wanted to be one for a long time.
Oh, really?
My bias here is that I love video games.
Do you play them or do you get a friend to do it because you're too nervous?
Both.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Would you still do it? Hearing that, do you still want to do it?
Oh, well, it's just interesting because I think Fortnite's probably the first one that broke through, but people have been able to make a living, and a good living, of video games for a really, really long time.
So you couldn't do that with Space Invaders or Frogger back in
It was definitely harder.
I reckon I got close with Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64, I was seriously good at that. I was amazing at that. And I know, because there were like world records around and we had a whole career to put on tournaments with 32 people.
Yeah,
and
we know you tell us all the time.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you again.
All right, fine.
Actually, no, I'm over it now. I'll move on. Andrew Kinch is a gamer himself who works with players and their families to stop the hobby from becoming a habit, and he joins us now. Andrew, so as esports become bigger, more kids are going to want to become pro gamers. So as a parent, what am I meant to do? Am I meant to support this?
So as a parent, I think it's a really tough question because, you want to support your kids' passions, but is it worth it? Look, at this particular stage, I feel like esports is a little bit of a mess in terms of how the pathway works. Like, there's a lot of potential there, and I think that competitive gaming is actually quite good. But what we need to see is something a bit closer to what maybe traditional sports has, where there's education and there's coaches and there's training for high performance, not just, excessive playing and just, playing the heck out of a game to try and get good at it. If your child is saying they want to become a professional gamer, I would say, show me a business plan. and let's work on that business plan. And I mean, if it doesn't look very good, then you know it's probably not very realistic.
Andrew, I play a lot of video games, but as far as the commitment required to actually make it in esports, is it any different than the commitment it takes to make it in a sport?
I would say yes, and there's a few key differences. One, I would say that sports are really about playing the long game. I mean, I played competitive beach volleyball for a long time and tried to get as good as I could, and it took me 20 years. And when I stopped training at my peak, I would say I was still getting better, and it took that long to get any good. Whereas with esports, I think the barrier to getting good is a lot lower. Like, you don't need to have extreme physical talents like a good vertical jump or, you know, to be really strong or fast.
Andrew, let's get real here for a second. What advice would you give someone who's spent 15 years stuck on level 2 of Pac-Man?
15 years. I'd give up.
OK. Yep, good advice.
Andrew, thank you very much for your sage advice and analysis.
You're welcome. Thanks very much.
I don't know, it still terrifies me as a parent.
Yeah, that's your job, is to be terrified as a parent. That's why you exist. All right, we're going to a break. Lots more Sunday Project coming up after it.
I've seen you somewhere, like TV or...
Here you go, man. I'd look, Roger Sims. He's known and worked with the victim for years. I want to show you something. So, you reckon he did it?
Yep.
I've got nothing to hide.
My Life is Murder. Wednesday after The Bachelor.
We've never met, but I know all about you. I work in a pathology laboratory, and here we make some of the most important medical diagnoses in your life. 1 in 2 Australians have a pathology test each year to prevent or manage disease. That's you or someone you love. But how do we determine your results? And how do they guide your healthcare? The No Pathology, No Healthcare website answers these questions. You'll find simple explanations of every test to help you better understand your health. Know more about pathology.
More than 7 million Australians have asthma and allergies. The National Asthma Council Australia created the Sensitive Choice program to help you choose asthma and allergy sensitive products. Look for the Sensitive Choice Blue Butterfly on a wide range of quality products that we rigorously review. Look for the Blue Butterfly to make a sensitive choice for your family and to know we've got you covered. For more information and to find out what products and services are asthma and allergy friendly, go to sensitivechoice.com.
If you just joined us, here's what's making news this Sunday, the 28th of July. Embattled Energy Minister Angus Taylor is under growing pressure to face a formal inquiry into an alleged abuse of power. Labor and the Greens claim Taylor misused his position after a company he has ties to allegedly destroyed endangered grasslands. Crossbencher Rex Patrick has announced he'll support an investigation, but One Nation plans to block it.
Well, the good thing about setting inquiries is that people can lay out all the facts on the table and we can examine exactly what happened.
New South Wales' antiquated abortion laws are set to be overturned under a bill being put to Parliament this week. If the legislation passes, abortions will be decriminalised for women in the first 22 weeks of pregnancy. The state's current laws date back to 1900.
I hope that women going forward in New South Wales will have every right, the same right, to have good, sound health advice around terminations that they would have if they stepped over the border into Victoria or Queensland.
And this is the best study ever, because a new study has shown that jokes are funnier when they're accompanied by a laugh track. It's not because we don't have a sense of humour, but because we laugh harder when our friends find something funny too. And if you strip back the laugh track, things become a little sinister. Have a look at this.
Great class. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was watching.
It's so good.
I have thought about adding a laugh track to my live shows just in case.
Oh, yeah.
I've thought about adding it to my life, just carrying around a boombox.
Yeah.
Sort of, travelling back to the 80s first
Yeah,
and getting a
I
boombox
get it.
and then...
I get it.
Yeah, it was good. Anyway, something that's no laughing matter is that 13,000 NAB customers have had their information breached. This is scary stuff, but this guy doesn't seem too fazed by it.
Do you worry about your information online being leaked?
Look, I don't have any information online except, bank accounts and things of that nature.
This is the guy that writes his pin on his hand, But hopefully this mother and son are a bit more concerned.
Do you worry about the information you had being leaked?
Maybe there could be a concern, I suppose.
Yeah. What about you, Mum? What do you think? Does it start to play on your mind?
actually.
Totes orcs. Well, I think that this whole situation would be made a lot better if we had a laugh track. Let's see it.
What about you, Mum? What do you think? Does it start to play on your mind?
actually.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's very good. Well done. Now, as we discussed earlier in the show, Australian swimmer Shayna Jack has tonight revealed that the drug detected in her system was ligandrol, confirming that both her A and B sample have tested positive. Swimming Australia has been accused of trying to cover it up.
What has happened is embarrassing. It is bitterly disappointing.
It was a ticking time bomb just waiting to go off.
Horton did not stand up on the podium.
As Mac Horton made his stand,
I just won't share a podium with someone who behaves in the way that he has.
and Australia got behind him.
I say go, Mac.
Very proud. He stood up for what he believed in. What Mac did was very courageous and brave.
Australian public should be very proud of Mac Horton.
I stand right behind them.
Swimming Australia was keeping an embarrassing secret under wraps.
Australian swimmer Shayna Jack has been notified by ASADA of adverse test result.
Hypocrisy. Tony's very different when it's one of your own.
She is a drug cheater. She has tested positive on a drug test.
Revenge has come so quick.
20-year-old Shayna Jack initially cited personal reasons for pulling out of the World Championships. She says she did not knowingly take ligandrol, which helps build lean muscle mass.
My team and I are doing everything we can to find out when and how this substance has come into contact with my body.
Mac Horton and the rest of the Australian swim team were in the dark.
Just wondering if you had any words about the Shayna Jack dispute?
We must wait until ASADA or the particular athlete speaks on any matter. Shayna has a right to a fair process.
But where's the fair process when it comes to Sun Yang, who, appeal or not, has been found not guilty over his infamous vial smashing incident? When it comes to Aussie athletes, we have a history of making and accepting excuses. For Sam Riley, it was her coach's fault, with warning.
It was given to me by my mum.
So if Australia is truly serious about
The absolute necessity to have a clean sport and a sport that is drug-free.
should we start by acknowledging our double standards?
Richard Ings is a former CEO of the Australian Sports Anti-Doping Authority, or ASADA, and he joins us now. So, Richard, do you think that Australians do have one set of rules for us and another for everyone else when it comes to doping?
Well, I mean, globally, the rules in anti-doping apply no matter what the nationality, but I have to say that here in Australia, we have a very different reaction. If it's an international athlete, one from China or Russia, we look on incredulously at their explanation, but if it's an Australian athlete, the headlines are all heartache and sadness. All athletes should be treated the same.
What do you make of Shayna's explanation that she didn't take the drug ligandrol knowingly?
Well, Waleed, we need to accept that every single anti-doping case that I've ever worked through, and that's been hundreds, every athlete has offered that same explanation. So we need to wait for the tribunal hearing to determine what the facts are and any potential consequences.
So I take your point about our double standards when we talk about Australians who are busted and overseas athletes who are. But in this case, when we're looking at the Sun Yang case and all of the pyrotechnics that have surrounded that, there is a difference, isn't there, in that he has already been banned for 3 months. He served that suspension, but then the incident where he smashed his own vials. It's just that the way it all looked around him seems to be on another level. Is that a fair observation?
Yeah, look, I mean, I understand that athletes are very frustrated with the global anti-doping system. It certainly has its failures, and Sun Yang has been suspended for 3 months. But equally, there's an Australian on the team in South Korea at the moment who's been suspended for a year for failing to be available for 3 anti-doping tests.
Yeah, but I think it's the compound effect, right? It's having been banned in the past and then behaving in a way that just seems very strange for someone who's innocent when they're coming to be tested.
Yeah, look, you make a fair point. But in this particular situation with Sun Yang, that matter has been heard by an anti-doping tribunal. A 59-page judgment was handed down, clearing him. It's a matter that is now being appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. We just have to be patient.
Swimming Australia says that they couldn't reveal this before either the athlete or ASADA spoke. Is this a cover-up?
No, I don't believe it is a cover-up, but it's certainly a valuable lesson for Swimming Australia and for ASADA. Sports globally do announce provisional suspensions because you can't keep a secret when a top famous athlete suddenly disappears from competition. I hope the rules change to allow ASADA and Swimming Australia to make announcements in the future.
Richard, always good to get your expertise. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
Time for a break. We'll be back with more.
Coming up, we meet the detective who says he knows who killed 90s rap stars Biggie and Tupac. And after a deadly diagnosis, has an experimental trial given Tom Long new hope.
It was like a complete exorcism. It was like everything was being purged out of my body, I mean psychologically and physically.
This is The Sunday Project.
When meeting The Bachelor,
wow,
you want to make a good first impression.
Hi, my name's Vaco. Hi, my name's Vaco. Hi. Hello. Hi. Okay.
The Bachelor premieres 7:30 Wednesday.
We reckon one of the most powerful things in the world is this sausage, because a sausage can do just about anything. It helps people to walk, see and hear, supports families after fire, drought and flood, and even helps plant trees in our community. Our sausages are working to cure cancer, helping farmers in tough times and connecting people who are new to a community. And at the same time that they're doing all that, they're nurturing the leaders of tomorrow while building friendships that last a lifetime. Yep, these humble sausages are more powerful than you can believe. They're working wonders in our community. And at Lions, so can you. Lions Australia, we serve more than sausages.
Turn your heart towards their sorrow in this time of tragedy. Let them see a new tomorrow with some help from you and me. Your love will make the difference for our primate family. Brothers, sisters, show them our humanity.
Your love will make the difference for Borneo's endangered orangutans. Please support Orangutan Foundation International Australia.
Welcome back. Welcome to Sunday Project.
Hey, a bit of sport news. Who's the one to do it? It's me, because Tommy Little's not here. So snowboarder Scotty James is back in Australia at Mount Hotham, but despite winning bronze at the 2018 Olympics, he still seemed scared of new talent.
No, it was really cool. It's always nice to come back up and see all the young kids, and I always make sure I check and ask them that they wouldn't have any intention to try and beat me.
Oh, so you always threaten the children. That's great. Now, sticking with sport, but to golf now, where fans really do come in all shapes and sizes.
We've been out here for a while. Look, they're still out here watching a golf. It's actually cooled down, thankfully. We got a nice cigar going right there.
Yeah, it has cooled down.
Is that an
trees, Gary?
Is that an orangutan? Hold it.
Oh, it looks like someone else is on the green, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, so don't.
The notorious B.I.G. Tupac Shakur, arguably two of the greatest rappers ever, cut down in their prime.
Songs soaked with drugs, cash and violence.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize
When gangster rap took over the charts in the 90s, Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur were its undisputed superstars. But after LA-based Tupac was shot 5 times in the New York studio where Biggie was recording, things turned sour.
Half of the major New York rappers was there when I got shot, and nobody couldn't give me no information.
The former friends entered into an escalating war of words.
Who shot you? Separate the weak from my Who shot me, but your pumps didn't finish. Now you're about to feel the wrath of a menace.
It blew up into a fully fledged bi-coastal feud. And in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996, the feud turned deadly.
When a car pulled up alongside his BMW and opened fire. He was shot 4 times.
Just 6 months later, Biggie was slain in an eerily familiar attack.
Police investigate the deadly Wilshire Boulevard ambush of notorious B.I.G.
The rapper's car was riddled with bullets.
A full 22 years later, both cases remain unsolved. Former detective Greg Kading led a combined investigation into the murders. He knows more about the hip-hop legend's deaths, the myths, the mysteries, than just about anyone. And now, he's telling all.
I'm ready to die!
Please welcome Greg Kading!
Thank you.
So this wasn't just any investigation you had, it was the Federal Task Force investigation 10 years afterwards.
Correct. Massive investigation.
Right.
Massive amount of people and resources devoted to it.
And you say that the people who pulled the trigger are gone now.
Yeah, they died respectively. The guy who killed Tupac Shakur was murdered in 1998, and the guy who killed Biggie Smalls was shot down in 2004.
So who are they?
The guy that shot Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas on September 7th, 1996 was a guy named Orlando Anderson. He was the gang member that Tupac had gotten into a fight with earlier that evening. In retaliation, Suge hired a guy named Wardell Faust to come back and kill Biggie Smalls 6 months later.
So, do you ever feel in danger making these revelations yourself, given the 2 homicides are at the centre of this?
No, so much time has passed, and so many of the people involved have passed away. Most people don't know. We know Biggie and Tupac, but there's over 20 other people that were associated with this case that have also died of this same type of gang violence. Just so much time has passed. I don't really think about it.
There's so many theories surrounding this case. This is not my theory, let's just be clear on that. But there is a theory that P. Diddy was somehow involved, but you say it's not that simple.
It's really not that simple. It was the people that P. Diddy was associated with that were actually involved in the killing of Tupac in Las Vegas. And, of course, P. Diddy did have an ongoing rivalry with Suge Knight, who is the CEO of Death Row Records, where Tupac was assigned. And so there's all of these dynamics that were going on and all this conflict that was going on that boiled up until it reached its head in Las Vegas.
So, Greg, it's possible that no one will ever be arrested or charged in relation to these murders. How does that sit with you now that you're away from it?
It's bittersweet. Yeah, nobody's ever going to go to jail for these crimes. But that doesn't mean that we can't know what happened. And that's part of the objective here, is for us to at least educate the public as to what we discovered in our investigation so that they themselves could get some closure if that's what they're after.
But why can't anyone go to prison?
Again, so many of the people that died, most of the co-conspirators in the cases have passed away.
But it's
and of course, you can't prosecute them.
Sure, them, but there must be live people. Is it just that no witnesses, that sort of thing? Is there a problem with the investigation?
It becomes a little bit complicated. We have 2 confessing co-conspirators, 1 in each murder, and they came forward under what's known as a proffer agreement. It's a legal agreement in America where they can sit down and disclose their involvement in a crime, but you can't hold their own statements against them.
Right.
So it gets complicated as far as the practicality of prosecuting it in American law.
So all of your research over all of this time, all this investigating, you would have had to listen to their music. Are you a fan?
I wasn't coming in. When I started this investigation, I just knew that these were iconic rappers, didn't really know too much about that genre of music. But once I got to know these individuals as human beings and understanding what the music meant to them, and then globally what it meant to, generations of people now, I can appreciate the influence it had and learn to appreciate the music
more.
So
you became more of a fan once you got more involved in looking at the world of violence and killing and all that sort of stuff. Have I heard that right?
Not so much that. I became more of a fan just because I appreciate the voice that they had.
Right.
And what they were trying to say about the life that they were representing.
So your cell phone ring is now like hypnotised by
Absolutely, yeah. Biggie, Biggie, Biggie.
Yeah.
Right.
See, yeah.
So now you're doing a speaking tour where you're talking about your investigation and what you know about this. Are you setting a weird precedent for prosecutors to go around the world talking about the things they've investigated?
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, if we know things within law enforcement and there's no practical reality that those things are ever going to be prosecuted, the public has a right to know. You know, I think there's a responsibility on us to inform the public of what we've discovered in these cases. And so, yeah, I hope so.
Difficult to do, though, if some of those people are still alive, given defamation law.
Yeah, well, you know, the truth is the truth, and that's a pretty strong defence most of the time.
But you have to be really certain, don't you? Because investigations can go wrong, investigations can lead to that's why we have a court system, that's why we have a justice system.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And it's just as important to identify and hold people responsible for their involvement in crimes as it is to exonerate people who are falsely accused. So you do have to be absolutely certain.
Well, it's certainly reasonably complicated case, although it sounds like it's pretty cut and dry because everybody involved is dead. But there are lots of theories about this, as you just heard. Greg, thank you very much for sharing yours.
Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
If you want more information and tickets to the murders of Tupac and Biggie at Night with Greg Kading, you just head to our website. Would you please thank Greg Kading?
Thank you. We got two. We got two. That doesn't happen very often. That's a very big deal. We're going to a break. We'll be back very, very soon.
It seems absolutely crazy. I just can't do it.
Sarah survived a tsunami.
I've got to the balcony and I've jumped over the edge.
Now she'll face another terrifying moment.
You got it, Sarah?
Come on,
let's go. Good
no, I can't.
Oh. Sarah is frozen at the top of her tower.
I know what you've been through. You can do anything.
I could jump off a balcony into the tsunami, and yet today I can't jump.
Sarah's terrifying moment on Win. The game continues 7:30 tomorrow.
Niran's mother died when he was just 9 years old. Niran's leprosy-affected father was unable to care for Niran and his siblings. When Niran discovered that the patches on his skin were leprosy, it was already too late. His hands had started to claw due to the nerve damage, and he couldn't close his left eye. Become a Cure One supporter today, and through the Leprosy Mission, you will cure, care for and restore one person affected by leprosy, just like little Niran from India.
Dads come in all shapes and sizes and do many different jobs. Some are tradies and others are businessmen. Deep sea divers or high-flying pilots. Musicians and accountants. Miners and surf lifesavers. No matter what you do, always remember the most important thing your children can hear is, I love you.
There are major fears the heatwave scorching Europe could melt the world's second largest ice sheet in Greenland. Experts say the hot air is moving northward and threatens billions of tonnes of ice. It's dangerous news for rising sea levels. And the online debate about childless millennials visiting Disneyland is raging. 20-somethings have been told the happiest place on earth is no place for them, and that grown-ups without children should be banned. But they've hit back, saying the real issue is taking your very young children on holiday before they can remember it. Ooh. Very harsh.
It's totally harsh.
All of it.
I mean, do Mickey and Minnie have kids?
No, they don't.
No.
Oh, well, get them out.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
Goofy's gone.
Yeah, Goofy's
gone.
out as well.
I don't think either. I know Donald's got Huey,
No,
Dewey
they're
and Louie?
nephews.
Oh, they're nephews.
They're nephews. He's gone.
Don't even start me on Bambi. That's a tough issue. Oh, come on, it really is. Okay.
You don't have to reveal the...
Oh, yeah, sorry, no spoilers.
Spoiler.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you really ruined that. That was the happiest place on earth until you got involved.
I was going to watch Bambi as soon as the project finished.
Oh, that's a shame.
Sorry, Luke.
And when we last caught up with Aussie actor Tom Long, he was in the fight of his life and quickly running out of options to cure his worsening blood cancer. His last hope was a medical trial in the US. 4 months later, he's back. And he sat down with Lisa Wilkinson to share his incredible story.
When Tom Long boarded a flight to the US in March, doctors had already told him he had just months to live.
My chances elsewhere are not that good, so I don't really have a choice. Yeah.
Have you prepared yourself for the possibility of this trial not working?
Yes, I have. I'm very aware that I could be taken any time, but it's the hope, I think. I go for hope.
The Aussie actor, best known for his roles in The Dish and Sea Change, was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in 2012. For 7 years, he threw everything at the blood cancer, but nothing had worked.
Well, I'd gone through a series of chemotherapy. I'd done, from my own blood, stem cell transplants. I'd done allo transplant, stem cell transplant from my sister's blood, and various other trial drugs. And there just wasn't anything left, really. You know, I was thinking, OK, yeah, that's it.
The path was looking pretty dark, wasn't it?
Very much, you know.
He had one last shot at survival, a medical trial in Seattle.
I thought there's a big chance I won't come back, you know, to home, to Australia, to everything I know. I wasn't trying to share that with Beck so much.
Thanks.
Because I didn't want to bring her down, but yeah, I was holding that possibility.
With his family by his side, he left for the States. Tom was one of 18 patients in a cutting-edge experimental trial.
Sit forward just a bit. Take a couple deep breaths.
Tom's T cells, a type of white blood cell, were taken and re-engineered in a lab. Tom was then re-infused with millions of those supercharged T cells designed to seek out and kill the cancer.
Can you describe to me what that day was like?
Well, it was a relief that they were going in.
Actually felt really emotional with watching their cells going in. This is what we were banking on, looking into this bag and watching them go in and just pour all of our energies and hopes and prayers into this little gold fluid.
Over the following days, the T cells got to work, pushing Tom to his limits.
Oh, it was just a complete, it was like a complete exorcism. It was like everything was being purged out of my body, I mean, psychologically and physically. Yeah, I just...
Sweating,
vomiting, and, yeah, just everything.
Persistent fevers. And
Tom was in and out of hospital battling infections as his immune system kicked into overdrive. Then, late last month, the call on whether the treatment had even changed the level of cancer in his bones.
No, there's nothing. But it's not like we're out of the woods, but it's like... We were having coffee at our favourite coffee place, and we got a phone call. I got a phone call from Dr. Damien Green, who was heading the trial in Seattle, and yeah, he just said that I had nothing in the bone marrow.
Could you believe it?
No, it's been a long road. So.
And what difference have you seen in Tom since he got back?
He's definitely strengthened just within himself in many ways.
He's a lot stronger and less worrying and stuff, and he doesn't have to take his medication and stuff.
Does it feel like it's a miracle what's happened?
Oh yeah, definitely. But really good. I didn't think it ever happened.
Tom's treatment has been incredibly successful. Now he is in remission. Is Tom cured? I don't know, but I can tell you if you go back to the original CAR T therapy patients who had acute leukemia. They were considered incurable, and a lot of them are still alive today.
The therapy has proven extremely successful in clinical trials, with 82% of blood cancer patients in remission within 3 months of treatment. But in Australia, it's only available to those with 2 specific types of cancer, and it's only publicly funded for kids and young adults. For everyone else, it comes at a cost of nearly $600,000. Tom is determined to change that.
That I can be a hope to others, really, and that we can get this treatment over here, because obviously not everyone's able to go overseas or should go overseas.
I don't want mothers to be packing up their children to go somewhere in the United States or to the UK or wherever it may be, simply because we haven't set up in and around Australia.
Did this save your life?
Oh, without a doubt. It saved my life, absolutely. I was a man with no hope. Now I can reframe and repurpose my whole life, you know, and it doesn't have to be about cancer.
Oh my gosh, just to see those earlier shots of him and how unwell he was, like, I mean, I'm in tears. I can't believe how incredible the bounce back is.
Yeah, the transformation's quite stark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks so incredibly healthy now compared to what he did look like. The interesting thing is, in a statement, the Health Department says CAR T-cell treatment is still very new and that more trials have to be carried out before it's made widely available. You can read that full statement on our website.
That is the question, isn't it? It's really a question of at what point they can be confident they know and they're prepared to make it available. So we'll watch that space. But that's all we have time for tonight. Thanks to Chris Barr for being here. Susie, Youssef and Luke McGregor. Sorry, you don't have your music now, guys. Thanks for